This is a 1997 Mazda Miata NA. It's the EGR valve here. Here's the car itself. It's completely clogged with carbon, enough to throw a check engine light. Here you could say this has direct access to the port that's lot leaking. It's completely clogged. The vacuum line going to it. Let me turn on the light. The respective vacuum line, although it's broken, you can clearly see that it's clogged with carbon. And that's definitely not going good to the reading, which, if you trace it here, it's for EGR. I believe on these motors, for the early ones, the 1.6s, I don't think they have this. But for the later ones, the later NAs, like this 1997, I think they use this as like a ignition or anti-ping, or a ping detector, if you will, to control timing. But the timing on this isn't set crazy. It's relatively a stock car. It has the cat, stock exhaust, stock everything. So I'm not too worried about it. But here, let's see if I can get better access to see. Yeah, it's pretty sooty. So I'll try my best to clean it with Chemtool. This is off the cuff repair, just to get me by. I don't think it's a big deal if I run with it. So okay, take care. So here we have the cleaned EGR valve. As you can see, the port is clear through. Okay, it's located at the back of the intake right here. Obviously clean out that the best you can. So this is kind of an impromptu cleaning. It's not comprehensive at all, but just make sure that you place the gasket appropriately and the fasteners. Here's the vacuum lines going into it, and I'll show all of this. So here I have both 12mm fasteners in place. Be mindful that the gasket is in between the intake manifold and the actual valve itself. And stay tuned. Okay, now that that has been snugged up, there's going to be a little bracket in the back. Here, it's a little 10mm, and it has a relief. A hole drilled through it, and that's going to correspond to that hole there. And it uses a tiny M6 fastener, and the ground actually attaches to it as well. So I'll show you. It's kind of difficult showing you this one-handed, but I believe you guys get the gist. So we go through here. Just move this annoying wire out. Get out of there. Alright. Okay. And stick it in. Get it ran in by hand. Now you guys should probably get a better visual that you have the bracket, which is hooked up to this wiring, a ground strapped in between the bracket and the bolt head itself, the shoulder of it, and it fastens down. And it should be ready to rock and roll if you tighten it. My weapon of choice here is just a 1/4 inch. I have a 12mm because that's what I used to fasten the main valve on. And for the ground, I'm just using a shallow 10mm 1/4 inch drive. Craftsman ratchet and socket, and get the job done. Oops. Okay, just gentle, nice and snug, rock and roll. Okay, so now that that's in, luckily these vacuum lines are, if you're careful, if your memory's bad, they do tell a story by the memory. Okay, they do hold a memory. And what I mean by that is that they tend to fall in place because they've been in there for so long. I accidentally cut that, but that's okay. Boom. And don't forget this one that goes in the the back end of the EGR of itself. Oh, and also be mindful that this tends to be carboned up as well, and I just blew carb cleaner through it. Right there. Wow. Boom. Okay. And don't forget this hose goes into the bottom of this control. And I forgot that pesky annoying wire needs to go right here. Click in, check all your the conditions of your vacuum lines, and round 2 should be all good.